What is it like for you, and I also wonder for the other cast members, to be icons or role models for people who maybe have never really seen themselves represented on TV before, never seen a character where they could say, oh, that's me.
It's something that is almost like too much for me to even think about. Growing up, watching television, it's hard to aspire to something when you don't see someone else already doing that one thing. When I was growing up, all I knew is I wanted to be Angela Bassett, because that's all I saw was Angela Bassett for me. But to be able to be a part of a show where not only are there people who look like me, but there are our demographic always surprises me. There's a character for every person, you know what I mean, that people have in their lives. So to be able to be the vessel for the character of Poussey that a lot of people relate to and a lot of people love, the feelings that we can give people are real. And the aspirations that I want to be able to give young people looking at us are real.
I think what Jenji has done has found this genius way of folding into her entertainment and storyline something that makes us all think about the society we live in and how we treat people who are the most disenfranchised.
Honestly, even this project, I was really nervous about playing a stereotype. A woman of color in jail was a little just jarring to me, and I knew that I wasn't going to take that approach, but at the time I needed money. So I'm just very glad it turned out a different way than what it could have been.
One of the things that's happening in our criminal justice system today is that we're punishing people who need treatment, who have untreated trauma, who are suffering desperately. And what I love about the show is that we're kind of blowing that open a little bit and saying that we're punishing the wrong people. We're punishing people that are really, really sick and really need help. And not even sick in many, I'm speaking more about addiction, but broken and need help.
There's a scene sort of late in the season, so I don't want to give too much away, but it's an experience that you and Laura and Taylor
because of the
shared
corn,
together.
we're all planting the corn.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know, there was something about that seemed very celebratory, almost like a kind of welcome back.
That scene seems celebratory.
Yeah.
Welcome home is a pile of crack. Yes, yes, it's that's how you do it.
Yes, that's how we party in my house.
Yeah, good to know. That scene really felt, I mean, first of all, brutal physically to shoot. I would say one of the most, so basically what happens is, in the summer when we shoot, it's so intensely unpleasant. It's
very hot.
So
it's very
hot.
humid.
No, but I mean, it's like an unreasonable amount of hotness. We're in that outfit. You can't. There's no breathability, and it's very warm. And in that cornfield that day was just like buckets. Now, I'm oddly not complaining. Also, by the way, it gets freezing in the winter. But, I'm not complaining because I will say that now that it's over, the memory of it, and I think this is true of most acting stuff and also childbirth, is that it's like in my mind's eye, it just felt like we were like so like alive and almost like we went to battle together, because it was. I just remember like Taylor, and at some point she like the lighter, because it was like a makeshift lighter, and she just like got a giant burn on her hand, but because she was playing. She was corned out. She kept just like, she would just stare at it periodically, like, is that really happening? And then Prepon and I would be like, I think that is really happening. It's bleeding, but we'd be dripping sweat, and there was dirt in our fingernails. Yeah. There was something about it.
Such a rough day.
That was
such a tough day.
That day,
oh man,
that day was really intense, but to me,
I burned myself. I remember I
you burned
picked up
yourself
the crack
badly.
pipe the wrong way.
Oh God. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, we held it the perfect way.
what's going on over here?
You don't smoking a crack.
They were pros.
But what's funny is
I need more. Can't do it.
that day was really hard. But for me, it was actually way easier than the scene that Lolly and I had to do in the greenhouse. Because we were shooting in the dead heat. Yep, in the dead heat. Same thing as the crack scene. But we were in a greenhouse with our entire uniform on, with garbage bags taped at the wrists and like around us, because it was the scene where I don't know, it's not really spoilers, it's the first episode.
Yeah, I think.
But we dismember a body, you know. And there's like blood like squirting up. Like literally I'm like doing the saw and there's someone underneath like flicking blood up on the face. And there's like sweat dripping into my eyeball. It was insane. I literally felt like I was cutting weight like a fighter. And I'm like, this is insane. And after the take, Lori Petty and I would eat like sea salt and vinegar potato chips like savages, just to like get some kind of salt back into our bodies because we're sweating so much. So that day was a little more physically intense than the cornfield, but all in all, you know, it's pretty awesome days on the set of Orange. Never a dull moment, and it's fantastic.
I think for all of us, this has been a wonderful opportunity to display and showcase our work in a way that might afford us additional opportunities that we never even fully knew were possible, and that has been the greatest gift.
I'm really thankful to my Orange is the New Black family for giving me that, just allowing me to fly. And so then to get a Tony nomination came out of like, what is going on? Thank you. It's just been a great year, and everyone has been so supportive of me. I'm really glad to be a part of this group. I'm telling you, there was times where we were shooting very intense scenes of Orange is the New Black, and I would have to go straight into my first preview on a Broadway stage that same day. And these girls we got in a room, and they just poured so much love into me and prayed over me that day. And even Kate just giving me love and encouragement throughout this whole process. So it's been, I have said this before, and I'll say it 100 times, I'm really living on cloud 500.
We solicited some questions from the internet, from our online viewers, and Kate, most of them contain the words Captain Janeway, because this is the internet. So I wonder if I could just ask you, when you were cast on this other television series, this popular science fiction franchise that you were part of, I think a lot of people, hailed it as...
Why is everybody laughing?
This is true.
Why are you laughing?
I didn't know why you wasn't saying the name.
Please continue.
That was, honestly, that was seen as I think, a breakthrough moment for women. That this was,
To put a female on the captain's seat?
Exactly.
It was. She was a game changer. Yeah. Paramount really walked the plank on that one. Yeah. That was a brave new world. We made television history with that. Yeah. We've made some significant cracks in the glass ceiling, but it's been slow going. But thanks to Jenji Kohan, I think, and Orange is the New Black, and it's like, we are looking at the advent of a new day. Yeah. And I'm delighted to be in the vanguard.